Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? For those of you that don't know, I'm Larry Jones. This is the page known as Stock Up with Larry Jones, and we are the family, all 500 and almost 90,000 of us. Hey, for those of you that are new, welcome to the page. I know that there's been a lot of new subscribers here in the last month. Welcome aboard. We're gonna just briefly go over last week and what we're expecting this week. And then I'm going to have a little inspiration at the end because that's what we do here at Stock Up with Larry Jones. Okay, so just bear with the inspiration. But last week we saw that we had a lot of volatility in the market, especially on Friday. We saw the intraday moves, especially with the Dow by hundreds of points. And a lot asked the reason why. And there's a variety of things. We know that there's tensions, there's geopolitical situations. But for what I see, the biggest fear is CPI, which is Consumer Price Index. It measures the rate of change of goods and services that you and I consume. That's why it's called the Consumer Price Index, CPI, okay? And if it comes in high, that means inflation is rearing its ugly head back up. If that comes in high and it shows that inflation is rearing its ugly head back up, that means that the Fed Jerome Powell, who's the Fed chair, will be more hawkish. And that term means that he's going to be more aggressive in raising interest rate hikes. His number one job right now, because of the data that we've been getting, is to kill jobs, And he has this balancing act where he's trying to kill jobs without causing a deeper recession. Well, I got news for you. That is very, very difficult. Now, it's not 100% out of the question. There is a small chance that it still could happen, but he's not worried, and he said it time and time again, about causing us to go into a deeper recession because he could literally just start printing more money and do what's called quantitative easing, okay? So that's what's happening with the market. So this coming week will be very volatile with CPI coming on Tuesday, which is Valentine's Day. Question is, will it show us some love? Excuse me, I got a cough coming on. I'm not going to edit this out. A sneeze, rather. Got these allergies. And so what we're going to do is we're going to monitor it and keep our eye on day by day and week by week. So now, in the micro, short term, it shows that there's still room for bullishness. I want, excuse me, I want you guys to keep your eyes on specific stock, right? Let's look at what the Super Bowl shows us in ads, okay? So now I went to a charity event I'm going to talk to you guys about a little later before the Chicago Auto Show opened up. So you get to go there a day before. It's a black tie event, and I'll on Monday's video I'll show you guys some footage. I'm going to tell you, keep your eye out for these GM commercials, General Motors. And I know everybody is chasing Tesla for the EVs. But I'm going to tell you, GM has so many EVs that are coming out. And I can just tell you right now, the trucks, I'm not even a truck guy, like the F-150s with the beds, that was there too. But GM has so many electric vehicles coming out. And I'm just telling you, some of these vehicles, I wouldn't take a second look at Tesla. The car itself, not the stock, right? So GM is a company that's been around for a while. So it's a legacy car maker. But if they keep moving in the space that they are, we'll discuss that more on Monday. Man, I'm telling you, it's it's some game changers out there. So not just cars and EVs. Let's look at if there's anything that the Super Bowl shows us in the way of advertising that could cause a stock or a sector to be hot on Monday, okay? So that's how we're gonna look. On today's video, I want you to tell me, what do you see coming this coming week? What stock do you think will run up? Are you playing the Qs, the TQQ or the SQQ? Are you playing those? Are you expecting it to go up? Playing a TQQQ, which means T for tall, just think about that. That's something I made up. And S for short, going down. So you let me know in the comment section what you plan on doing. I'm not going to play any of the Qs because I don't have to. I had a killer month, over the last 3 days. And so now I'm taking my star quarterback out. But I'm going to be looking for other plays, okay? But I want to hear from you what you are going to be looking at. Remember, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. If you're doing options, I do expect that Tesla will start to run again. It's cooling off. It will probably start to have a bounce up into Investors Day, okay? Tesla. And, if you're doing the buy the rumor, sell the news, meaning you're going to buy it short term, run it up to and sell it before, that's a play that I may get back into, but I'm going to be very, very cautious. And I'm not going to invest with the same amount of money that I just won off of Tesla. That is my rule. If I win big, I only invest a third of the amount. Now, I know on yesterday's video, I did a little more, but I was trying to teach a lesson, okay? I got out, made a little money. I could have made much more, but I want you guys to learn, all right? So now let's switch to the inspiration. Now today, you're going to see, well, let me bag up. I want to say this. For those of you that don't understand why church people get so excited and get so loud and get so boisterous and they dance and they shout, and I know a lot of you guys make fun of that, but let me explain something. Years ago, I took a friend of mine to a church with me, an Italian gentleman that grew up Catholic. I took him to church with me, and it was like the Blues Brothers. And he was like, why are they so, I was taught you be quiet in church. And I said, listen, you don't know what that woman just went through. You don't know that she was suffering from an illness and the doctor just gave her a clean bill of health, right? You don't know that somebody just lost their job and they just got another job and how thankful they are. You may think you had a hard time, but there's always somebody that has a rougher time than you do. And so they're simply saying thank you. So I want you to watch the Super Bowl today, right? And just think if they was rooting for God. Or just think if they were rooting for our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm a Christian unapologetically, okay? But I want you to watch. You're going to see grown men that never saw each other turn around giving high fives. You're going to see people painting stuff on there. And I'm going to watch the game. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm going to watch the game. I'm going to be rooting, go Chiefs. But I'm going to be rooting for my team, right? And I'm not a big football fan, but I do watch the Super Bowl. But I want you to watch the exuberance. Listen to the announcer. Just think he's a preacher and he's going to be, oh my, look at that. All this exuberant. We want to do that. But when others take that same exuberance to say thank you, you want everybody to be quiet. So I just want you to rethink about the way you've been thinking. And I want you to take the time. I want you to video yourself and your reactions when the touchdown comes, or when your quarterback does his job, or when your offense or whatever brings you excitement, whether it's the halftime. I want you to think about how much or how thankful you are for your team, but I want you to convert that to being thankful to our Creator, because He's allowed all of this to happen for you and for me. That's my inspiration today, all right? So on Monday, if I go live Monday morning, we're going to talk about how exuberant everybody was about the game and why can't we be that thankful for our Creator, God, who allows us to do all of this. I just went to a funeral of a billionaire. He's less than the 1%. of a billionaire. The owner of the Cubs was there, and I'll talk about that later. I went to a memorial service. It wasn't a funeral. And he was so unlike most billionaires because he touched a lot of lives. So we're going to talk about that a little later. I want to keep this one short. So enjoy the game, but also take some time on this Sunday to say thank you to your God as much as you say thank you to your team. Okay, that's my inspiration for the day. We'll see you guys Monday morning, probably live. Make sure you got that subscription bell selected, and make sure you download Webull and Moomoo. All right, Webull and Moomoo. So tomorrow will be Moomoo Monday, and get your free stock. You're going to guaranteed 5 free stock by depositing $100, and then we're going to go from there. Okay. All right, and we're going to talk about Google because I got my eye on Google. Listen, that's a whole nother conversation. Everybody's, writing Google off because they had a debacle. That's nothing. If you go to the auto show and see what these legacy car dealers, these legacy car manufacturers are doing, Tesla took off and these legacy car companies had the technology. They just waited. Same thing with Google, good people. Google had the technology for AI. They've been working on it for a while. They just call somebody for them to rush and make a big mistake. But I make more money on the red stock. When I see opportunity, I go in and I pounce. When others have fear, that's when I run towards the burning building to catch the fallen baby. Hey, I apologize for the echo on my way to church here. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the game. Live, love, laugh, and learn.